everybody.
Hi.
Hey, and hey, Mom. I have my ear. How are you, honey?
I'm fine. Like you've criticized me in the past for not starting professionally.
Oh.
So I want to start with Welcome to the Sunday Drive by Amy Kidwell, featuring. I'm a feature player, I guess.
Feature player.
I don't know. You keep saying that, so I didn't want to start by talking about.
Well,
something
it's
else.
honestly it's because like we have real life that happens right before we.
Every time.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like it's always like
Okay,
Anyway,
where are we?
So we just finished doing a model home video tour.
Yes.
And so we are out at a community called Stepping Stone out in Kissimmee in the Poinciana area. This area is growing big time. It's also a price point that I don't throw up when I mention it.
Yay! What is
It $350s to low to
Wow.
mid $4s.
Three number is such a rare and good
right?
thing.
I know. So currently they have 4 Ambrosia floor plans. Ambrosia, which is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, like a 1,500 square. I don't know. I did either. A 1,500 square foot. So it's on the smaller size, but again, when you're looking to downsize or retire, that's a perfect size.
Right.
2 people, plenty of room.
Well, or starting out.
Or starting out,
great
exactly.
starter.
Exactly. Or, whatever. But so the Ambrosia, again, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, about 1,500 square feet. They have 4 of them that should be completed in the July-ish time frame in the 350 mark. So and waterfront.
To clarify, at the 350 mark, okay, 1,500 square feet, sometimes people think, well, that's not a very big single-family home. First of all, the floor plans are very well apportioned, as they say, or proportioned.
Come on, little birdies.
Yeah, and they're going to split up now, and they're going to be like, you're not waiting for, like, that one bird's going to be mad at that bird for not waiting. But when you compare a $350,000 home these days at 1,500 square feet with what it would cost you for a 1,500 square foot apartment.
Right.
It's a 3-bedroom, you said?
3 bedrooms.
3 bedrooms. 3-bedroom, 1,500 square foot apartment is going to run you probably a good bit more than your mortgage payment.
Exactly.
Even with interest rates creeping up a little bit. But also here you're in FHA territory, so lower.
Right. And look at how gorgeous, stonework on some of these exteriors.
Pretty.
It's really pretty.
Also named after the 1960s Monkees classic, I'm Not Your Stepping Stone.
I'm Not Your Stepping Stone. That's what I was going to say.
That's what's in my head now, as you know.
Yeah. So quite lovely.
Sang lead on that one.
So again, Taylor Morrison community out here. Now this is part of their series where really everything is going to be predetermined.
Yes.
So, you can't pick a home site and build your home. But what you can do is look, and the model, actually we're getting ready to drive right past it.
Yep.
This is the Magnolia. Now the Magnolia floor plan is their featured model. We have that video on the YouTube channel. That one, actually, I'm trying to think. Oh, I want to go over there.
Go over there. Just see it's a Sunday
Can I
drive.
turn to the right?
Just try and we'll see what happens.
I want to try to find lot 7 and 10. So
Okay.
Anyway, so the Magnolia model home, that's their decorated featured model. The Magnolia is 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2,106 square feet. So it's a little bit larger.
Video tour on our channel.
And currently, and remember, we don't ever talk about pricing in the sense that I think we're just making the same loop again. So I'm just going to make it U and go across the street.
For sure.
Go
down Ashlar Circle if you want.
Oh, let's go down that.
Circle.
And look at the one with the blue shutters.
Yeah.
So that home, they don't have any of them right now. They'll have some eventually.
Yes.
Who knows what the price will be once those officially are released? But currently, those are in like the low 4s. So just to give you an idea.
And it's not going to be like it goes to the high
pretty. Look,
4s
you've got beautiful little ponds back in there. It's lovely,
killer.
And a little bit. Look, you got some space. You're not quite so cramped right on top of each other. And by the way, they have another phase coming and something really exciting.
Tell me. I'm ready to be excited. Yeah. I'm all a Twitter.
So Sola Vida.
Yes.
There's going to be Sola Vida Grand.
Okay.
And this was originally going to be one concept, and now it is going to be a multifaceted concept with townhomes, single-family homes, and 55 plus, all nestled within Sola Vida Grand. So, some exciting news. Shh, that's inside scoop. Okay.
Sola Vida Grande sounds like...
I didn't say Grande. I
know,
Grande.
but if it was Sola Vida Grande, it sounds like Ariana Grande's like older sister. Sola Vida, just like Beyonce has Solange. Like Solange Knowles, who's like,
Should we go? Should we go across?
I do what you feel.
I don't know. I'm just going to go across. And then I'm going to go down that way.
This is more Taylor Morrison, so...
Yep.
So I got a Solange Knowles reference in today, so... Do you even know what that is?
No.
Okay.
But I can tell you that when I was in junior high school and I was in French class, my French name was Solange.
Is that right?
Yes.
Nice.
And actually, it was Allie's too. She's like, "What name should I be?" And I was like,
"Well, I think we should start the rumor that Ariana Grande has an older sister named Solavita Grande, who is a builder in Central Florida, and it'll we'll sell them much faster."
Yeah, look at these large lawns.
Beautiful.
This
is the thing. This is
it's the give and the take and the pro and the con. Okay, yep. So are you right near Disney? Like 2 seconds? No.
Go that way because
I am. I'm looking.
The things.
Yeah. So no. But if you scooch a little bit further out, then you can have this at a price point that again doesn't make you want to throw up.
It's all about how much are you willing to scooch.
That's right.
Scooch is a real estate term. It was on the exam.
Yes. All right, I'm gonna look at the lot number on this one. This is 18. Okay.
So
keep going. I'm looking for 7 and 10.
That's 76.
Okay,
so
that's all wrong.
It probably
down this way. See where we're going. See, there's another one.
By
the way, we're looking.
That's 16. So there we go. Okay. 16.
Okay. Cool. Excellent. Okay. So then.
Keep going.
I'm looking. I understand, but I'm looking for other ones. Stop. Okay. So what I'm pointing out to you, this is home site 15 and 14, and 14 is one of them.
Okay, cool.
So right here in this home, over here to my left, this is one of those ambrosias that is available. By the way, look at the beautiful view from the back.
Good gracious. Yeah,
that's
nice.
Gorgeous. Yep. Absolutely beautiful. So this ambrosia on home site, what did I say we're on? 14.
Yep.
It is going to have, all appliance blinds at this moment. This should be completed in September for about $359,000.
Nice.
With a beautiful home site kind of back behind it, and elevation A. That doesn't really tell you much. I'm just looking at my little notes from what I got.
But look what's behind it. You
yes,
can't get
beautiful.
That anywhere.
And as we continue to go, then the other thing.
The guy, by the way, flattening out smoothing out the foundation there. That's cool. So now we're in the 140s somehow.
Yeah, somehow that just magically.
Somehow we went from 14 to 140, whatever.
145.
Okay.
Anyway, but so this is the community, and again, you can see the growth. You can see the future development here within the community. Again, home sites. Now we're in the 232s. Okay.
Now tell me, because I know you know, because I don't, or maybe you know, but I don't know. Tell me about short-term rental versus long-term rental in this community.
Well, this community is actually not zoned short-term rental.
Okay, that's cool.
So this
not
is
that it's uncool to
right. So no Airbnb allowed. This is purely residential. Okay. But that really does lead us to a conversation that I have a lot with clients. So I'll share that with you now.
Please do.
Welcome, dear. Again, as we talk about the pros and cons of pretty much anything, right? So one of the benefits of short-term and long-term, and by the way, if you don't know what that means, long-term rental or a residentially zoned community means that you cannot have that home and rent it for anything less than a year. Right. Wow, look at the dust blowing up in the wind.
It's really windy today.
It's very windy. We're a little windstorm.
A little western.
Yes, right?
Tell me about that long-term rental.
Okay. So residential communities is what we would consider long-term. You have to sign a lease for a year. And that's partly because of the way the area is zoned by the county, but it also has to do with the HOA too as to what they will allow.
Were we on that street a minute ago or no?
Yes.
Okay,
I think.
we were. That's where we went down.
Yeah,
look at the water behind all.
It's beautiful. That's what I'm saying. It's
Shut
beautiful.
Up.
Actually, let's go. Did we go down this one? No,
maybe. Well,
I don't think we did.
No, we didn't.
No, because
so
I want to look.
Aquamarine Lane.
Aquamarine. Okay.
But look at these home sites.
I know,
and
right? That's what I'm trying to look for. 7. I'm still looking for 7. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
We're number 1, 2.
We're number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Look at the space between the houses.
Yeah, this is fantastic. 4. Okay, 5, 6. So it looks like we're this white van. Nope, that's not it. Is this it? Is this 7?
This is 5.
This is 5. Oh, it's the next one. Okay. So this one, and again, like literally this house that I'm showing you, this backs up to a little pond.
Up a little bit because the camera's back a little bit.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Is that better?
Keep going, and stop.
Okay. All right, so this home on lot 7, also the Ambrosia, also same thing, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, with a 2-car garage, waterfront home site. This one should be completed in July. Again, these are estimated completion dates because if you notice, there's no windows in this, and that July could very quickly become, September. But at the moment, they have a price tag on this at just about $360,000 as of now, with an estimated completion of September. 3 bedroom, 2 bath, $1,500. on a little pond back there. So absolutely beautiful.
I just like being able to say that in the 300s.
Oh my gosh, I know. It's been a long time. Yeah. A long time.
So again, go back to long-term, short-term, but I'll just say again, so we'll put on the map kind of where we are.
This is homesite 10.
And so a lot of the stuff we do is in Winter Garden, Windermere.
This is another one, by the way. Man. So this is the other ambrosia. This one on lot number 10 is going to be, again, same thing, about $357,000. Yeah, isn't that great?
But
I love it.
The space
it's beautiful. It's like, that you just. I mean, in most places you feel like there's another house going in there.
People come from out of state and come to Central Florida. The first thing they say is, "Why are the houses so close together?"
Well, they're not here.
They're not here.
Yeah.
Wow, that's.
Yeah.
So well done. Okay, long-term, short-term.
Okay, so let's get back to that. Okay, so long-term. Go left.
Yeah, because we already went that way.
Yes. Long-term, short-term. So long-term, as we discussed, residential communities, you can't rent it out for anything less than a year. Okay. Now, there's a benefit to that, in my opinion. Okay. There's cons, right?
Yeah.
The benefit to that is that most people who are going to rent for a year at a time in a residential community are probably going to take more pride in the home that they're living in. So they're not going to treat it like a typical tenant or renter would. They're not here vacationing temporarily. They're really living in it. And they may be by themselves. They may have kids.
Right.
But their mindset is different. They're living in a residential community. Maybe they're focused on, appreciating the property.
Right.
It also means, as a benefit to you, that you have a consistent source of income. Whereas with a short term, you might, you don't know what if we go into a pandemic again and the tourism industry kind of shuts down a little bit and all of a sudden nobody's renting your vacation rental. Well, in a residential community, you're going to have that renter for a year at a time. So essentially, once they sign that lease, you can all but count on the fact that they'll be paying you that rent for that year. So that's a benefit. The other benefit to having a long-term rental as your property or as an investment property is that you also, even though you still have to be the one that they reach out to for maintenance issues and things like that, you don't have to worry about a ridiculous number of maintenance requests.
Right.
Or more importantly,
I am going to go that way.
Or more importantly, the cleaning that has to happen, because you're not responsible for cleaning that property. Maybe once the tenant moves out, you'll pay for the cleaning. So now let's talk about short-term rentals. So now let's talk about a property maybe closer to Disney. People are going to rent it maybe for a week or for a weekend or maybe a month or maybe 2 months.
3 days sometimes,
3 days.
Yeah.
So things like that, now you could probably make more off of that rental, because if it was a popular and consistently booked property, you could be charging more and make substantially more. One of the cons is that requires a lot more maintenance, and typically you're going to have to involve a property management company to manage your bookings, to be the one that kind of organizes and keeps track as to, who's renting, did they fill out the paperwork, taking care of the financials. You also have to deal with the cleaning and disinfecting protocols that are now in place. So you're going to have to worry about that, and that could happen again. A 3-day rental, you got to clean it and disinfect it on as soon as they leave. If it's if it's a week rental, same thing. They'll be in to clean and disinfect. Maintenance issues, again, when you have a property like that, I'm just going to kind of loop around here a little bit.
Just go. I mean, let's vibe it out. Let's see what you can go across the street. You can go down there. Whatever you want to do.
I go across the street just to lollygag in another community. But so now short-term rentals. So you can make more money off of it potentially. But you also then, if you have to enlist the help, and you don't have to always, by the way, there are some short-term rental communities where you are. First of all, you're allowed to live there all year long. You're also not required to use their property management company. But if it is a community that is typically for those vacationers and those short-term rentals, then that is typically something where they may have a property management company that you are required to use. And a property management company does not come free. They take a portion of your income or of your, because they're managing the bookings. They're dealing with getting the cleaners in there every time a guest leaves. They're the ones that deal with any maintenance issues that happen to pop up. The washing machine is not working. Well, who do they call? They're going to call the property management company who's going to get someone out there. All of that is a convenience for you. They're going to be they're going to be, taking a portion of your income from your property for that. I'm just getting out of here because there's a guy on
you're fine.
My roll that wants to.
You said you're wrong. You were going to say something else. Anyway, so here's the thing.
Pretty. Mm-hmm.
That's cute. So let me give you a metaphor that I've come up with, that I've developed just now. When you're talking about taking care of the property.
Yes.
So a long-term rental, you might expect someone that's leasing a long-term rental from you to treat your home the way they would treat a car if they leased it long-term. Sure. Right? Because they're going to be in it all the time. Mm-hmm. And at some point they're going to turn in that lease and they don't, Right. People maybe treat a short-term rental the way you treat a rental car. Like, you just get in and you're going to go turn it in dirty, doesn't matter.
Right. True.
So so I want you to take the other approach though now. So talk to me about if you're looking to buy a home, to live in yourself all the time, to homestead the property, as we say.
Right.
To make it be your long-term thing.
Your primary residence.
So sometimes people say, well, sometimes you get a better price point in a community that allows short-term rentals. So give me the pros and cons of that. If you're going to move in, not as an investor,
if you're going to live
as someone that's going to homestead that property and be in there all the time. Give me the pros and cons there.
Okay. Well, that's a very good question, dear.
That's what I'm here for. That's why I'm a featured player in this endeavor.
So if you were looking to live here full time,
yes,
or even if you're looking to live here 6 months out of the year because you live somewhere else and you're just going to kind of, when it's winter there, you're going to summer here.
Right.
If you are living in a place that is zoned short-term rental, you just have to understand that your neighbors are not going to really be your neighbors. So the sense of community doesn't necessarily exist. And that doesn't mean that all communities are like that, but in most cases, I'm just going to go back in again.
And
just
some people groove on that, by the way. Some people groove on, hey, I get to meet new people all the time.
Right, and that could be totally fine and exciting. But you also then don't have control over who those renters are, who your neighbors are for that week or weekend or month or 2 months or 3 months. So, you might find that it's a lovely family and you make lifelong friends and they come back every year and use that rental so that they can see you and it becomes a great story. Or it could be that you don't ever get any peace and quiet because it's always vacationers or partiers because they're on vacation. They're escaping their work life. They're enjoying themselves and they're allowed to do that, but sometimes that can be an inconvenience to you. However, obviously then if you're living full-time in a residential community, then you are in a sense of community, right? Then you're living in a place
theoretically. You still could have noise problems. You still could have.
You could. You're exactly right. There's no guarantee that you end up with a nice neighbor and that you get along in that regard, and then you're kind of stuck with them.
My camera just fell down on the right side.
Oh no!
It's when it gets hot. Today, it's 85 degrees today.
I know it's a gorgeous day, beautiful. But we're almost done anyway. So, so I think that. While this community, again, Stepping Stone, which is kind of what we just did, our little drive around. By the way, did I point out the amenities for that one? I don't know that I did, but anyway. The little vibe check here. But Stepping Stone, again, this community that's located kind of out here, I like it too. I think it's very nice. It's nice and wide open, and it feels good in that regard. It doesn't feel quite so confined. But the further out you go, again, this is true everywhere, not just Florida, but community-wise, this is a great one. Again, you can kind of look on the map and see where it's located, know that a lot more is coming kind of around it. By the way, this is about 15 minutes from Bella Lago, the other Taylor Morrison community in Kissimmee. It's a big, grand community. So a lot happening. Look at all of this. Look at all of these homes. So beautiful, beautiful. Again, short-term rental, long-term rental, pros and cons. And again, I have that conversation with clients all the time. So hopefully that was some good information.
Yes, and I want to tell a story real quick before we go. So we got Buzz Lightyear riding along with us. That's the Action Shop Buzz Lightyear riding along with us today. Can I tell a funny story?
You can.
Okay, without names. Is that what?
No, I'm just.
What are you
no.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're going to find food somewhere because we're starving. We don't get to eat because we're working all the time. Anyway, so the Action Shop Buzz Lightyear. So we have some clients that just closed their home as we're recording this yesterday, and so Buzz Lightyear is important to them. Can't get into it a whole lot, but we thought we were being clever and playing this joke. We're like, so there's this Instagram influencer. We text them. There's this Instagram influencer that is, takes pictures out in front of people's homes as soon as they close, and we just want to let you know you might see that show up on Instagram. It's kind of embarrassing. Like we're setting the whole thing up, like it's real, and so we go and take a picture of Buzz in front of their house, and but they didn't quite get our sense of humor yet. So they're like, really? What's the Instagram account?
I know. I was like, oh,
they closed. Yes. Yeah. So their brains were fried.
Yes, that's okay. It was very cute. But yes, that was funny. Eric had this great idea that he's like,
it didn't turn out to be great.
Yeah. No, it was great. It was just they still thought there was an actual, social media influencer that was standing out there taking selfies.
Buzz Lightyear.
I was like, oh, is he wearing that flashy suit he always wears?
Yeah, really accomplished guy, but kind of arrogant, and it's like
it's very funny.
Yeah, but anyway, it's a joke that didn't work. So maybe it worked now.
I don't know that they got it either.
The main thing I wanted to share was we have Buzz riding along with us today to celebrate the fact.
Bridge Prep Academy over here, by the way. So if you're looking for a school that's over there, yeah.
And we're getting into the school time release thing.
Right. And I also don't know which direction I'm going.
Okay,
so
we'll figure it out. So we'll say goodbye. But I did want to say hello to our friends and clients that just closed. Yeah. And the Action Shop Buzz Lightyear's waiting for you when you get here. So, all right, I'm done.
All right, sounds good. I liked it.
Good job.
Oh, we got to push that button again. Oh my gosh.
You already pushed it.
I did? Okay, good. All right, guys.
Amy doesn't like the little thing
I don't like the car that
turns off the
every
engine
time.
thing.
Yes, it drives me bonkers. Anyway, all right, guys. Thank you again for watching. Remember, today we were out in Kissimmee a little bit, and hopefully you enjoyed our little drive around Stepping Stone. Remember, if you have questions, give me a call, 407-848-8042. Got me confused because you started singing.
I was singing the Mickey Dolenz part on that song.
All right, guys. I'll see you later. Stay safe, stay well. Remember, we love you. Happy house hunting.